Okay, this video is about a 2v2 or team forge strategy. I'm going to be making a lot of tanks. The build for this is supply pad, supply pad, supply pad, supply pad, reactor, reactor, vehicle depot. You want to upgrade a reactor, buy canister shell, sell the single reactor and replace it for a vehicle depot and then start dual producing tanks. The weakest part of this strategy is being rushed. So in this video, it's going to be the worst case scenario and we're going to get a strong rush very early on in the game. Your teammate's objective is to protect you whilst you get the tanks. So they should be totally prepared for any rush the enemy can send. My teammate is Arbiter, but it really doesn't matter which one they are, so long as they can defend you well enough. Crates are very important on this, so you need to collect as many as I can. And I'm going to use the money from the crates to make turrets. But later on I will be selling those turrets. I'm going to put the turrets along the right hand side because that's where my buildings are. So I can protect them as well as I can. Okay, now I'm going to go explore the map and see what the enemy's doing. Okay, there's already a gun hog in the middle, which is a good sign of being rushed. So I'm just getting my fourth supply pad up now. And the brute chief is also on his way. In a previous video, we displayed how to do a brute chieftain and hog rush, and a few people asked how to defend that. So this is also like a double video, so this is also me defending from that attack. Yeah, I'm just queuing up my first reactor now. You want to upgrade your base at maximum halfway through the reactor building. That way you'll get enough time to do it. Okay, the hogs and chief have arrived into my base and they're going straight for the reactor. And then they've just met the arbiter. Okay, those hogs were easy, but the brutes aren't going to be very easy to defeat. The most important thing is trying to save the reactor. So they've defeated the arbiter, so the arbiter's just moving around to draw them away, whilst the other player is working at their base. Now they've realised they're coming straight back to the reactor. Yeah, I don't need my turrets anymore. I'm going to sell them for the resources. Okay, my teammate gave me those resources because my reactor was damaged, and when I sell it, I'm not going to get a full refund, so he was just compensating for that slightly. I'm just queuing up my vehicle depot now and upgrading my reactor. If we can keep this reactor going long enough just so I can queue canister, it'll be okay. Okay, my vehicle depot is nearly done. Right, ready to queue canister as soon as I can. Normally you would sell the reactor now, but I'm not going to, because if I do, the brute chief is just going to attack my vehicle depot and destroy it. So I'm just going to leave them and let them attack it. Okay, now that I can afford it, I'm going to get some turrets up. I'm putting the turrets right in front of them to try and ease the pressure off my reactor. And they're dropping a D-bomb to stop the arbiter, and they're going to go for him now, so he's just running away. If they're targeting the arbiter, they're not targeting my base, and I can get tanks out. If I can get tanks out, it's going to be game over. Okay, now that they've noticed my turret, I'm going to get rid of it, put another one at the back, get as many resources as I can from it. Okay, they managed to destroy my reactor, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, now that I've got canister shell, I'm going to queue up my first tank. Hopefully my vehicle depot can stay alive long enough. But those 4 hogs aren't going to destroy it quick enough before the disruption bomb disappears and the arbiter can kill them. Okay, the arbiter's just taking a few hits from me, so I can get another turret in the back. I didn't last very long. Queuing up my next tank. I'm going for the brute chief, and I'm going to use canister. Okay, my goal is to take out the brute chief first, because the tanks aren't much of a threat. The hogs aren't much of a threat, sorry. Okay, the brute chieftain's nearly dead. Okay, now that we've saved that, I'm going to sell my supply pad, get a second vehicle depot, and dual produce tanks. I'm going to retaliate straight away because they've lost everything. And we have a high chance of winning. Just going to scout them first, using the paintbrush trick to see if they've got any turrets up, which they don't. Okay, they've just scouted out the middle, they know we're coming, but it doesn't look like they can do much about it. I'm just selling my turret now because I don't need it. I can do the resources to help keep the momentum of dual producing tanks going. I'm going straight for the UNSC's base because they lost the least. And they're also making an air pad, which is going to counter me quite well. So I'm going to get rid of that straight away. Okay, telling all my tanks to attack it. Okay, the arbiter had to teleport back because the brute's in his base. So I'm going to send my next tank over to help him out. Okay, the brute chieftain just teleported back. Just going to continue to dual produce tanks. I'm nearly hit full population now, so I can work on getting grizzlies. I'm just going to watch out for that brute chief. I'm going to get all my tanks together and then canister shell him. Okay, we've overpowered them and they have nothing left. And so they're selling up. And so is the Covenant as well. And we win.